So, don't know when you're watching this, but earlier this morning I was listening to Armstrong and Getty. They're the voice of the West, you know. Or maybe you don't know. That's kind of the problem I want to talk about today. So anyway, Armstrong and Getty. On their talk show this morning, they were having a discussion about what common things we have to talk about with each other. So this all came up when they were playing an interview clip involving Ben Sass, and he was telling the interviewer that back in the old days, people could have political disagreements with one another and fall back on, well, did you see I Love Lucy last night? And at least have some sort of common thread, some sort of common language. And so the guys, Armstrong and Getty, they were talking about that, and they said that, I guess according to some study that they heard, people today have half as many close friends as they did back in the 80s, which I agree with them, that can't be good. And they also mentioned how, there's no TV show that we can talk about with each other. There are no more Seinfelds that everybody watches. There are no more MASHes that everybody watches. I Love Lucy, whatever the show is. And it made me think about something that I've been thinking about a lot, and I've wanted to make this video for a while now. And, I feel like society has really sort of fractured in kind of a fundamental way. And I'll use my own experience to illustrate this. So, I have a full-time job. I work 40 hours a week. Some weeks I work more than 40 hours a week. But outside of that time, what do? I spend a lot of time playing Clash Royale. Some nights I may look down and, 6 o'clock, get a couple of games in, and then the next time I look down, it's 9 o'clock, and I think, where did the night go? Thing is, I don't know a single person in my real life that plays Clash Royale besides me. I spend a lot of time watching WWE because I'm stupid and enjoy stupid things. You probably could figure that out by saying I like Clash Royale. But I'm the only person I know of that still watches the current WWE product. So, hour and a half of Raw, hour and a half of SmackDown, there's another 3 hours I'm spending that I can't talk to anyone else in my real life about. I spend a lot of time watching YouTube. Boogie2988, I don't understand why he isn't huge. He puts out, in my opinion, some of the best content anywhere, bar none. TV, YouTube, any medium. Some of the things that he puts out, I think are great. Spend a lot of time watching H3H3 Productions. Anytime they put out a video, I'm happy. Spend a lot of time watching Q-Star, seeing what cringe he comes up with. Now, unless you're really into YouTube, what I just said, these names I threw out, and just nonsense, just gibberish. There's no one in my real life that also watches Boogie2988 or H3H3 Productions or Q-Star or really any YouTube channel that I watch. The point I'm getting at here is that I spend hours upon hours of my week entertaining myself in ways that I can't talk to anyone about because they don't share the interest. Podcasts, there we go. There's another thing that I'm into that maybe not a lot of people are. The Chris Jericho podcast, the Raven Effect podcast. Both of those I think very entertaining. No one I know in my real life listens to those. And maybe the things that you do, that you're engaging in, are different from what I do, but maybe you're left with the same feeling of isolation. maybe you're left with the same feeling of these things that I enjoy, these things that occupy hours upon hours of my free time. I don't know anyone else that speaks that language, anyone else that I can speak to about it. And I don't really know what to do. The only thing I can think of is, at least for me, try and end that isolation. It's important to go out and be around people. I really need to think about joining like a sports team or a club or something, anything at all that gets me out there, gets me in the path of people. And, while we're interacting, we have our conversations, and maybe I will discover someone else that likes H3H3 Productions as much as I do. Maybe I'll find someone else that enjoys the Raven Effect as much as I do. Maybe I'll find someone else that enjoys Clash Royale as much as I do. But I won't know until I actually get out there, until I actually make a point of trying to interact with other people. So like I said, maybe you're feeling the same way. Maybe you're feeling like you're doing things with your life that isn't leading you to connect with other people. But you can fix that. Like I said, I want to take steps to connect with people. I want to take steps to connect with real life people. And there's ways to do that. Those ways may vary depending on where exactly you are, but like they say, if there's a will, there's a way. And I hope that you have the will to reconnect with humanity. Because in my opinion, it's worth it. Then again, what the fuck do I know? I'm wearing sweatpants right now. Can you really trust the opinion of someone who's wearing sweatpants? Well, enough of rambling for today. I'm Marv. Thanks for spending a moment with me. Hit that like button. Please hit that like button. Subscribe. Share. You know the drill by now. Until next time, be good to each other.